Alright guys, so today we're going to be going over my Great Axe Ice Gauntlet PvP guide. Ignore the visual glitches. I've been playing this game non-stop, and I don't know why my character has these visual glitches. But anyways, we're going to be going over the build. I'm going to be going over the nitty gritty for you guys. A lot of people are asking questions in my YouTube videos, comment section about the build, and I just didn't have the time to make a video about it, but I have it now, so I'm gonna go over it really quickly. So first I want to go over the pros and cons of Great Sword and Ice Gauntlet. So the pros, you may have seen in my other videos, you have the most control, probably the most control in the game. The Ice Gauntlet and the Great Axe have the most control of a situation in the game. So basically the combo is Gravity Wheel, swap, Great Axe, Ice Gauntlet, Ice Storm, auto attack, Ice Wall, auto attack. They really can't get out of it if you hit the Gravity Wheel. So it's really good for both single target and AoE damage, which is something I wanted to go for, especially since the Great Axe has a cleave. So what I do is, if it's a group of people and I'm in a 1vx situation, I have a cleave attack, or if it's a single target, I can just stay away, or if it's way too many people, I'll just stay away and AoE them. Now, for this build, the pros of it, like I said, is the controls. The damage is pretty solid as well. The AoE is extremely well. You know, you can go into a war, drop a bomb, and you know, you can get a lot of people, like if it's a big fight, you know. But in 1v1 single target, it does well as well. So it's just a really good all-around build, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Now the cons is, well, the damage. A lot of people were wondering why, how can you use a Great Axe with an Ice Gauntlet? Well, there's these things called these elemental gems here, and I use this one. It's empowered 3. Now, unfortunately, you can't get the tier 4 and tier 5 gems until end game, but a lot of people can't make those yet because the game's just come out. So this build is very much reliant on those, because this gem scales your intelligence with your damage. So the more intelligence you have, the more harder your Great Axe will hit. And it won't show up on the weapon damage, I don't think. But as you can see, my Great Axe is way weaker than my Ice Gauntlet. But yeah, and keep in mind, these weapons are pretty low level as well. I haven't gotten around to getting level 60 weapons yet. I just hit 60 today. So the way this build is split up is pretty much, at the end of the day, I want to go 1-to-1 intelligence constitution, maybe a little bit more constitution, considering you have to be pretty up close to take advantage of fully take advantage of the Ice Gauntlet and the Great Axe. So I probably will stop at 200 intelligence forever, and then just unlimited constitution, maybe up to here, I think is where it'll be at, probably at the end. I want to keep a Great Axe. The goal is to keep a Great Axe that doesn't have anything, doesn't have strength on it. It has constitution, so it's not a wasted stat. Otherwise I'd have to get one with strength on it, which I really don't want to do, because that's just a wasted stat. So you want to have a Great Axe with either constitution or intelligence on it. So that's why I have this one. And then obviously so pretty much anything with having intelligence and or constitution on it will always be good. What else is great is the level 60 PvP gear. It's all great. I just need to get one more piece. Haven't finished it yet, but I should be able to finish that by tomorrow, and then I'll start looking towards accessories. I got this from Thorpe's, which is a great accessory, gonna last me a very long time, but I do need to get maybe a better ring. The earring is, this necklace from Amarine is really good. So I'm not really worried about it, and the ring isn't bad either, so I'm not really too worried about my gear right now. I'm pretty comfortable with my gear. I just want to, get the final touches in there. And then the last thing I wanted to go over is the skills. So of course, with the Great Axe, you can be pretty flexible. Charge is a must-have skill. It's such a versatile skill. Allows you to go in or get out whenever you get, when you get caught in a gravity wheel, you want to have an answer for that. And the answer can't be a non-mobility skill, because you're going to be so surrounded by people that you won't be able to get out. So you want to have mobility. So whenever I'm fighting someone who has a Great Axe, I never try to go at them with charge. I always try to wait till they gravity wheel and charge out, which is what you should probably do in a mobility skill. And then the passives, I kind of gave up on frustration and feed in order to get execute, and the passives for execute. Now the reason why I did this is because sometimes I want to switch out execute with the reap. Reap is a better overall skill, but execute is really good, not only just for PvE, but also for PvP situations when you get someone very low. Execute does a shit ton of damage, especially with this build and how much control I have. I can execute someone, one shot them, and it's really annoying when you get someone really low and they get away. But at the end of the day, Great Axe has a lot of spare skill points. You really don't need any of these skill points. These really don't do anything for you. So, I mean, it's not really, you're not going to be blocking with the Great Axe. So it's not really necessary. Some people like to get this. I don't really care about this. This is pretty nice though, especially if you ever get the perk with an additional gravity wheel, which I definitely want to get one day. So that's pretty much my build for the axe. Of course, Bloodlust is a must-have, no question there. Now next up, we have the Ice Gauntlet. Now, Ice Gauntlet is this isn't probably going to be my final build, but it's pretty close to what I would say is the perfect build for Ice Gauntlet. You have to get every single passive on the left tree, even though I probably wouldn't get a lot of these passives, to be honest, if I had the choice, but I have to in order to get this passive, which is the best passive for Ice Gauntlet. This passive is only for Pylon, which no one's going to use in PvP, so this is a must-have. So you have to get all these passives in order to have enough skill points, unless you get one of these two skills. Now, Ice Spikes and Wind Chill are something I want to test one day, because I think both of these skills have been given up on, basically. So one day I will test them, but not yet. So for now, I'd say go with this. And then obviously Ice Shower, you want to max that out completely and get Rend, which is, very good. And then Defiant Freeze and Refreshing Frost are the ones I chose. Now, some people like to level up Ice Tomb and get 25% Fortify and cleanse all debuffs, but I'd rather have 20% Fortify on all my abilities rather than just on Entombed. And I'd also rather have the cooldown reduction, because I'll be in my frosted areas quite a lot, especially in small scale scenarios. If I'm trying to just peel for myself. So that's the great thing about Ice Gauntlet. Say for example, if you feel like someone's coming on you, just drop this on you, and now you got like free reign. Like they won't really come on you. Now you got 20% cooldown reduction while you're in here. So that's really good. Let's see, what else did I want to discuss? That's pretty much it. But I mean, if you prefer these, you can do that. It's up to you. Obviously, these two can be switched with these two, and one of these can be switched with one of these. It's just preference, but I prefer those. But this is mandatory, and this one specifically, Frigid Showers, is mandatory because it provides a 10% debuff, and this really helps with dealing with tanks, because tanks usually don't take the time to dodge or get away from you because they know like they're tanky. So this really helps with bursting them down once you get them with Frost Shower. And what's great about this is when you get this passive, Deadly Frost, it makes your Frigid Showers actually do damage. It's not a lot of damage, but it's a decent amount. Definitely worth noting, and that's why I don't really want to give up this Ice Gauntlet for a while until I at least get that passive, because I really do like it. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much all there is to it. Expect more content. Expect more PvP content coming up soon. And definitely expect a guide on how to get to level 60 as fast as possible. As you can see, I got to level 60 today, which is the 4th of October. So it hasn't even been the entire weekend of the first weekend of the game, and I just hit 60, and I did not have any previous experience getting to 60. This is my first time ever doing it, and I wasn't funneled anyone. I'm not in a big company. Our company name is Chirac. We have 7 members. So it wasn't any of that stuff. I earned it all on my own. I was in like maybe 2 wars. One of them leveled me to 60, and that's it. I didn't get any gold funneled to me or anything like that. So if you're a player who's working on their own and doesn't really have anyone supporting them like that on a large scale and wants to get to 60 as fast as possible, stay tuned. Stay tuned on my YouTube. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but just keep a lookout, because a guide will be coming soon. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.